Welcome back to Snark and Spark. My name is Emily, and this is my channel. So today I want to do some Flosstube stuff, and my chair is spinning again. And I also want to talk about this week's homework in Magical Stitches, show some progress, show some updates, and just chat a little bit, try and get some ideas. I got really smart today, and so the dogs are already, they're laying down, they're content. I gave them new chewies, so they're both just chilling out, zoning. They went outside and played, so hopefully no interruptions. It is a day off. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We are celebrating. My son is upstairs playing with Legos, and yeah, it's a good Monday. It was a long weekend. It's still a long weekend, but here we are, and I am ready to chat. So, yeah, let's dive in. So, first, I want to show progress that I made on the whips I was working on, and I'm really, really excited. So, we've got Praise Him with Strings coming along, coming along. I am so ready to be done with this. um, if I'm being honest, I'm ready to be done with what is this stupid color? 676. I am over it. I'm done with it. I'm still frustrated over the very obvious color variation that happened. You can see up here, I kind of figured out I definitely figured out which one I was wanting to use, not this one, this one. And so I was able to figure that out with my floss, and hopefully it's fine. I don't care. I should care, but I don't care. And I really think that he'll think it was on purpose, so it's fine. And I'm not going to tell him otherwise. But I'm ready to be done with it. I'm so ready to be done with 676, and then I just have to do this like brown black for this, and then this part. I'm blanking on what that's called, and the strings. And then it's done. There's that. I got hit with a few snowballs. Thank you. Then I've made significant progress on Letters from Hogwarts. Look at this beauty. I'm almost done with the castle. I am almost done with this castle. Like, it was a pain. It's a pain in my butt, but it is gorgeous. I love the way it looks. I've made a few changes um, because I didn't like how some of it was charted. It seemed kind of awkward to me. Like, this bottom square originally is not in the chart. It's like this very bottom gray is gone, and I didn't like that. It felt like it was overhanging, and that was weird. I redid some of this as well because there were like random gaps. So it was like open, like the chimney was just kind of hanging off of it, and I didn't like the look of that either, and some of the spacing was kind of off with the dots, and my OCD was bugging me. So I just fixed it for myself. Um I added this one little stitch right here on the top of this roof because it was just flat, and that felt weird to me. It felt like the perspective was off because you've got this tower, which is obviously further back with a point, and then this one is supposed to be closer, but it didn't have like an apex. So I just put one stitch there. It's not a big deal. I just put one stitch there. I don't think I've changed anything else. So I just have this little bit left of the roofs to finish, and then I have to go back and do the lights. But that's okay. I'm excited. So I am currently at 2,800 stitches on this guy. So I've officially completed one of my Whipco squares. I still need 1,200 stitches for my Whipco to be complete for January, which I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. I'm not stressing. It is January 18th. I have plenty of time. So I feel good. I feel really good about it. Especially because I don't really think I'm going to work on it this week. I want to, of course. but I am choosing to actually follow the prompt for homework and not take penalty. I think it will actually be good if I set this aside for a little bit, just get some stitches in on some other projects, and then go back to it when I can. So that's kind of where I'm at. In my stitchy journal, I did write that my goal for this week. I was looking at the wrong page. So it's blank. I haven't started filling it out other than I've got the name of the homework, Task 4, Meet the Titans. That is so awful. My handwriting is so bad right there. I was up really late last night, and I started writing this when it was like 1 a.m. and I should have been in bed, but I was still up for some reason. And well, I was on Zoom. I was on as part of the virtual stitchers. We have a Zoom room, and I was zooming for a little while with some of the ladies there. Vicky from Reading and Stitching, Sarah from A Kingdom. Oh no, I know her. I know her channel. I was just talking to you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. What is your channel name? I'll find out real quick. Hang on. Our Stitching Kingdom. Sarah King, Our Stitching Kingdom. She popped up. I was talking to her. Joni, Laurel, Linda. Who else was? I think that was about it for a little while. And then Vicky Gable popped on. What is her channel called? Oh, I don't know Vicky's channel. I'll figure it out. If I do, I'll plug it. I'll do a card for them. They're awesome. They're great. So I was chatting with them for a while, and then I actually had to get off because I promised my husband that we would have some quality time together. So I logged off, and then we ended up staying up way too late watching that Forged in Fire show about the blacksmiths, and it's very good. You just get sucked in. I think I have to sneeze. Oh gosh. But anyways, so my handwriting's really bad because I was up way too late. And it just says the homework is due Sunday at midnight. It's just a little reminder. But my top three: 500 stitches on Book Lover's Bookshelf, 500 on Australian Dragon, and then I do want to get a minimum of 200 on Letters from Hogwarts. I do abbreviate. Gosh, my handwriting is so messy. I wish I had waited to actually start filling this in today. But it's fine. I obviously had a thought and I didn't want to forget it, so I wrote it down, which leads me to homework. So the homework prompt for Meet the Titans. The Titans are the old gods. If you're familiar with mythology, and if you're not familiar with mythology, then you'll know. So the whole thing starts with that the Titans came first. The Titans were like the original, like, deities. I really feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and I don't want to sneeze on camera. So the Titans were the original deities, and blah 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 blah, and then they started having kids, and so then that's where the gods came in. The gods were the children, like Zeus is the son of the Titans. It's real complicated, but it's also really interesting. Look up some mythology if you want. So they're like the predecessors and the old ones. So now we're meeting them, and so in honor of that, we are given three options, and I like that. I like having that freedom to choose. So option 1, or option A, is to put 1,000 stitches in your oldest whip. Option B is to put 500 stitches in your oldest whip and 500 stitches on your next oldest whip, so it's still a total of 1,000. And then option C is to just do penalty stitches then for 1,500 stitches. So I could do the penalty. I could choose to do penalty and put the 1,500 on Letters from Hogwarts, but again, I want to take that break. I do want to put in the 200, but that's only because I still need 200 stitches to make my next snowball in the snowball fight. but I will fit those in, like I will squeeze those in when it fits. So instead though, I chose to focus on B. I decided I wanted to split it up and work on my two oldest whips, especially since all of my other projects have not really been started yet. I've got a couple starts, but nothing. I showed those in like my kind of like whip parade video, but nothing concrete. Nothing that's like really worth pulling out yet. So, my oldest whip, I'll show a photo of it. My oldest whip is called Book Lover's Bookshelf by Fuzzy Fox Design. There we go. This is where I am at. Sorry, my light's kind of weird. I'm not used to you actually seeing so clearly through my fabric, but it's because it's only 1:30 here. I'm filming kind of early because I want to actually try and get this video out today. And it's so bright because of the snow. But, so this is where I'm at. I decided I didn't want to put 1,000 stitches in this because there's so many color changes with these books and they're so narrow. It takes me quite a bit of time to actually work on this. So I didn't want to get frustrated, but I feel like 500 is manageable for this with all the color changes. And hopefully I can get even closer to being done with this thing. I need to finish this row, and I know that'll help this row get finished. And then yeah. So there's that. My next oldest whip, which also I just love and want to pull out, is Australian Dragon. I mean, look at this. So, oops. I found a sample photo, and that's what I was using as my whip cover. Oops. This is like the stitched example. Oops, sorry, the reflection. And that's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely stinking beautiful. And there's mine. And you can see I have made some changes, but it's not too terribly obvious. But yeah. I'm excited to pull this back out. So this wing will get finished. And then I'm gonna do backstitching. I hate saving backstitching for the end. It drives me nuts. I did that with one of my projects. I had a really, really big piece and I waited until the very, very end to do the backstitching for it, and it drove me insane. It was so frustrating and I hated doing that. So I found that it actually works better for me if I start doing the backstitching as I go along, which is why this wing has already started being backstitched, because then I don't have to go back at the end and do all of that backstitching. Like it's been done. So yeah, I will finish this wing and then work on backstitching. So I'm excited. There's that. And that's pretty much it for homework. It's just those two options. I think it's really fun, but I did notice there is a question thread. So if you have questions, post them there. I have seen quite a few recurring questions, like my oldest whip isn't in my whip album. Is that okay? Yeah, you just go in, add it to your whip album, and you can work on it because it is a part of your whip album. And so far we don't have any restrictions on like when we can update our whip albums. So go ahead and add it. That way it is a whip and it's in there and you can work on it. I've had people asking, what if, my oldest whip is tent stitch, or, I'm not doing full cross. Like, yeah, work on it. You just have to double it. So if you're doing tent stitch, every 2 equals 1 full stitch. So just keep that in mind. So if you are doing that, you have to actually do 2,000. But if you're doing tent stitch, it tends to be a little bit faster. So weigh the pros and cons as you will. It's completely up to you. What if my oldest whip doesn't have 1,000 stitches left? Put in as many stitches as you have. Say you only have 300 left. That's fine. Just then go to your next oldest whip and put 700 on that next project. It does have to be your oldest whip. I've seen several people that are like, my oldest whip isn't currently in my rotation, so can I work on the oldest whip that's in my rotation? No, Vicky is very specific. I saw her answer that one. It is, you have to work on your oldest whip. And she actually showed us her oldest whip last night, and she's frustrated with it. She calls it the trees from hell. So if she is gonna throw herself under the bus as well, we gotta join her. We all gotta dive under those wheels with her. So, which is why I'm working on Book Lover's Bookshelf, because it's great. It's a piece for me. It is going to be a personal piece. I just get really frustrated with the so frequent color changes that it's maybe 12 stitches in one color, and then you have to actually completely end that color, and it gets really tedious. But that's okay. I'm going to work on it. Then I'm not in Daily 30 or anything like that. I know some of the prompts because I watched Lisa's video and she talked about Daily 30. So it's like Halloween. Not Halloween. That's just where my brain was. That made no sense. I know it was something about if there was a horseshoe, something related to a horseshoe, something related to America, or something related to weddings. I should have written it down. I was gonna address those even though I'm not in Daily 30. I think it would be fun to do Daily 30, but they are not currently open or accepting people right now, and that's okay. That is completely okay. So I think that's it. I think that's it with homework. Yeah, we are still doing snowballs. So if you're still doing that, Nerdapalooza is month long. The January focus is month long. The January focus is counting, and that is that you post every 1,000 stitches, and you have to have the code word in it. I didn't realize that, and luckily the wonderful Laura caught it and asked me to update my photo with the code word, so I did. But that one has to have a code word, and it is counting. Nerdapalooza is not counting. You're just posting a photo at the end of the month. I think I've usually been doing. I did a mid-month check-in. I think I posted on like the 14th or 15th, just because that helps me. But then I'll go back at the end of the month. Whip days, those are pretty much over, but it's all month long. I haven't updated mine because I was using Letters for Hogwarts, so again, I think I did a mid-month check-in for that as well. And then choose my whip, which I'm not doing, but to everyone who is, awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Alpha My Bet, we have officially changed over to doing the letter B. I don't have anything with a B on it, so I'm not doing it. Ta-da! I don't have any information about magical or mythical stitches or like supernatural stitches or any of the other stitchy groups. There are a lot of them out there. Some of them are more competitive than others. I'm not in Crystal Academy, so I don't have any information for that. But there we are. I feel like there was something I wanted to say about homework, though. Oh, Vicky changed the name of the group. It was School of Magical Stitches and Literature. She has officially shortened it to just Magical Stitches, so don't be confused. But it is kind of nice because we all were referring to it anyways as like Magical Stitches, so it's kind of nice to have it shortened to just Magical Stitches. La 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 la. I think that's about it for homework. So I want to just chat about a couple other things before I go, so this won't be very long. I have some things in the mix. I am going to be filming a little fun unboxing video. I had mentioned it way early on. I had ordered the Book Nook or reading something. I don't remember, gosh. But I had ordered like the reading stitchy box last year or so. And I have it, and I want to do, I think it would be fun to open that up with you guys and go through the stitchy box. It was all like literature and bookish themed, which is 100% me. So I wanted to do that with you guys. I think that's going to be I was thinking of saving it as like a special video because, and I don't mind to tell you now, um, I'm going to go through, I'm going to unbox the Stitchy box with you guys, and at the end of it, I want to pick out some items from there, and I do want to do a giveaway to celebrate and honor who has subscribed so far and everyone who has shown up. Um, so stay tuned for that. Please subscribe, but I won't release that until we hit at least 100 subscribers, which at this point I think I'm two away. So by the time we get it, anyways, I need to start filming that. But I want to show you guys that, and then I do want to do a fun giveaway. I have a couple things already that I know for sure that I want to give to people. Some of it will be Stitchy related. I think some of it will be just kind of themed related. So it won't necessarily be a pattern or anything big like that, but I am going to try and have some fun, cute things to give away. And I think because of my interests are so vast, I don't want to narrow myself down. I don't want to box myself and my channel in so quickly to only be about cross stitch and Flosstube. I also want to showcase some of the other stuff that I do. Like I've got all of this like happy planner stuff and my planners and things like that. And um, not that I think I'll do like a plan with me video or anything like that, but I do want to show off my planners. And at the end of January, I do want to do another walkthrough. I want to do a flip through of my January Silk and Sonder because I have filled it out and I have really, really enjoyed it. Um, and I already I've received the February one, and I want to do a flip through of this and show you how it's similar and how it's different from January. Um, and just other crafty things. I have like a paint by number kit. I would love to do like a paint with me, or a stitch with me, or a even a color with me, because I have this giant thing of colored pencils, and I do have some. There is that coloring page. And I want to color with it. And I think it would be fun to do like a time lapse color with me. So yeah, I want to be more diverse. I don't want to only talk about cross stitch. I want to talk about everything that I like to enjoy and kind of branch out and just be me and show off my creativity. And I hope that you guys support me in that as well. And if it's not for you, don't feel obligated to watch it. I really don't want anyone to feel like they have to watch every single video that I upload. But if it's something that you like and something that interests you, please do. Because I know my interests are wide and varied, and I watch a lot of Flosstubers, but I also watch, I watch gaming channels. I like to watch Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and I also really like to watch planner videos. I really like planning with Bumble, and I love journaling videos and bullet journaling and things like that. I am not talented in those ways, but I love to watch those and feel the inspiration, and junk journaling and things like that. So yeah, I don't really want to box myself in. I want to be able to keep my interests open and keep my activities open and just give you guys variety so it doesn't get stagnant or old. So hang in there. I am going to be ordering some different things. I want to get like a top down like device holder, so I could do some of that overhead stuff of, if you guys like, I really want to try a stitch with me. I'm really nervous about that, but I really want to do a stitch with me. And even if it's just like this, it's only going to be like 20 to 30 minutes. I still want to try. So I guess let me know. This video has kind of gone all over the place today, but help me out. give me some comments if you guys would reply in the comments and let me know if that is something you'd be interested in, or if it's a terrible idea. Just let me know. I love all the support and I love all the encouragement. I truly, truly, truly love the stitching community. I think we are a great bunch of people. I think it is such a beautiful home for every type of person, um, because no matter what, there is something for you. There's something for you to stitch, and if there's not, you can create it, or someone is willing to help you create it, and I love that. And I truly feel accepted with all of my eccentricities and all of the things I'm interested in. So thank you for being here and for showing up and making this worthwhile for me. That being said, I think I'm ready to end things. First, sorry, boop, boop, boop. I haven't done it in a little bit, and I want to do a what I've been reading and what I've been watching. Let's pull out the book planner. Oh, and I started doing it. Okay, so this is my idea. I had mentioned it, and I've started doing it. I'll show you at the end of the month. So, okay, so let me explain. I went through, so I'll start here. So I measured what these boxes are, and I've got it up here. So both of them, because they're square, they're just a little bit over 1.5 inches both ways. So I then went, where are the pictures? I didn't use all of them, so I saved them. Maybe. There they are. So I just went into Word and I searched for the covers of the books I was reading on those particular days, and I found the covers, and then I squared them down to size to exactly 1.5, and then I have cut them out between using just a pair of scissors, and I do have an X-Acto blade. Don't worry, the cover is on. Just whip that around. Cutting them out, and then I had the bright idea to then paste them into the big calendar, the overview spread for the days I was reading them. So you can see, like, this was January 1st, and I started part of one of the first stories from the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And as the week has progressed, but then, like, on this day, I listened to a short story, one of the short stories from the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I also had started listening to, I was listening to The Memory Police. Same thing here, Memory Police, Sherlock Holmes. This day, I listened to Sherlock Holmes. I finished The Memory Police, but I also started The Dead Girl in 2A. And so I really like this, actually. I'm having a lot of fun just kind of cutting them out and making little mini collages in each square. And the way I keep track of it on here, so why this makes sense to my little brain, I have title acronyms and I color code them. So green are things I have listened to that were part of the podcast Phoebe Reads a Mystery, where every day she reads a chapter or a couple selections of a mystery novel. And so I highlighted those in green, and then I've marked it start and finish, start. Yellow are audiobooks that I have listened to just myself. So MP is Memory Police, and I've got it here. And then blue is something that I was listening to with someone else. In this case, Wild Robot Escapes, I was listening to it with my son. And I color code so that I can kind of see what's going on. And on here, I just write start and finishes, because within my actual planner, I then keep a detailed list of how far I got, or if I make a specific plan. So, like, on that, I started The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa, and I got to 21% of it that day. And so I keep track of it, and then that way I can go back and go, oh, I know I listened to that today, and fill it into the proper spots. I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I'm actually really, really enjoying that, and I think it'll look cool by the end of the month, when I've got it all filled in of what it looks like. And like I know for a fact this day won't have a square because I didn't listen to anything that day. I took a day off. So I think it'll be really interesting to see kind of at a glance my reading habits and things like that. And I do write in pencil in this book. I'm not sure why this planner is like pencil. I like the feel of, because it's bookish and scholarly or whatever. I don't know. I really like to write in pencil in this book. But this was this week. Threw in a little sticker because I wanted to. I need to update for Sunday because no, that is correct. Actually, I don't need to update anymore. And all my fun little math. And then down here I like this little check-in section, and I've labeled myself what I've finished this week, what is still in progress, and then how much of the goal. So for me, this is my WIPGO goals of I need to read at least 6 books, and all of them have to be audiobooks. So I want to keep track of how many more books I need for this month and how am I doing in regards to them all being audiobooks. So for right now, I'm 100 out of 100 for audiobooks. I think I'm at like 4. Yeah, I'm only at 4 books out of 6. But again, I still have plenty of time, so I'm not worried about it. So there's that. So I finished. Let me pull that back up. So we finished. What I finished this week. I finished The Dead Girl in 2A by Carter Wilson. Meh. I finished The Wild Robot Escapes by Peter Brown, and I put an exclamation mark next to it because I really, really liked it. That was fantastic. Just because it's a children's book, don't knock it. Give it a try. My son loved it. And I also finished The Secret Adversary by Agatha. I tried to say Christie, like I tried to mix her names. Agatha Christie. That was pretty good. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It's definitely easy to tune out. So I had to pick specific times to like focus on it. And I'm still in progress on 9 Perfect Strangers, but I'm really enjoying that. I'm like halfway through it now, and I'm not sure where it's going, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And then what I watched this week. Watched a lot more of Forged in Fire with my husband. Did that a lot last night. I rewatched Jane Eyre because I wanted to, and because I was having a bad mental health day on Saturday. Sunday. One of the days I had a bad mental health day, and I was just really, really sad, and I decided I wanted to rewatch Jane Eyre because I rediscovered my love for it, and it made me happy, so I'm glad I did it. Been watching quite a bit of Hoarders again because I really like it. And that's about it. I'm starting to catch up on the 2020 season of Great British Baking Show, but I'm only a few episodes in, and that's all I got. So I'm officially ending the episode because 1, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to end it here, and 2, I have nothing else to talk about. But please comment down below if you have any questions, if you have any. I'm going to sneeze. Oh my gosh, it's coming. So I edited out the sneeze, but just know it happened. It finally happened at the end of the video. But yeah, so comment if you have any comments, questions, concerns, but let me know what you think about some of my plans, and let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing like a stitch with me or a like plan with me, or even just a flip through of stuff. I don't want to be boxed in. So thanks, and I will talk to you guys soon. In the meantime, happy stitching, happy reading, happy listening, happy watching. I will talk to you guys later. Be easy with your hearts.